And you can see how this cornerback comes off the edge pretty much every single time unblocked. And we only have 4 guys coming, and they're all coming on the left side of the line. So since there's only 3 blockers on that side, only 3 are going to get picked up, and one's going to come screaming right down the A-gap. The edge rusher loops around the guard and doesn't even get touched. So we have its instant A-gap pressure, and we have a cornerback coming off the edge at the exact same time. But this play gets pressure from everywhere. Jalen Carter doesn't even get blocked as he comes in untouched and almost sacks Mahomes before he could even do the play fake. If you guys are looking for fast, cheap, reliable MUT coins, check out my coin sponsors at MMOXP.com and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 6% off your order. Link in the description below. The champ is here! Welcome back, Money Team. This is Madden Money Shot. Sniff up the Madden cheese as always. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys a brand new defense that was just added to the game that is completely overpowered. And the best part about it is you don't even really have to do a setup at all. But before I do, as always, if you guys want to see more videos like this, please make sure to be a subscriber, hit the like button, let me know in the comment section, and that's going to get right into the video. Now, I'm in the Los Angeles Rams defensive playbook, and the formation I'm going to focus on today is going to be the 2-4 load double mug, which is one of 3 new formations that was added to the game in yesterday's update, including the nickel load double mug and the 3-3 load double mug. But regardless of which one of these you have in your playbook, all these plays are basically the same. It's just different personnel. So if you have any of these 3 new formations that were added to the game yesterday, these plays should be in there and they should work. As you see at the very bottom here, that we do have your classic look in the mid blitz, which they're calling the side blitz, but this is basically the exact same formation, only it has some really unique stunts and twists that are pre-programmed in these 2 plays here. In the Blitz Loop 3 and the Blitz Loop 0, which are basically going to give you the exact same pressure, the only difference is one's coming from a zone coverage and one is coming from a man coverage. Now, the only thing that I'm going to want to make sure that I do here is I want to change my personnel, because a lot of times this guy right here is not going to be rushing the passer, so I want to make sure that I put somebody here that's decent in coverage. So whoever your best linebacker is left over, make sure you put him on this outside spot here, and then on this spot here, even though it's a defensive tackle, we're going to put that same edge rusher in Nolan Smith, so we can have our fastest guys rushing the quarterback, because we're going to get a lot of open holes for these guys to run through. We just want to make sure they're fast enough to get through it. Other than that, you also want to make sure you have a fast cornerback coming on the blitz. We're just going to leave Cooper DeJean there, but make sure you have speed at that cornerback spot, because he's going to be getting in there a lot. So I'm going to show you guys a very easy blitz to set up through the Blitz Loop 0 before I show you the exact same thing out of the Blitz Loop 3. But before I do, if you guys want more money plays from the Rams defense that I'm showing you guys today, you can download this or any of my ebooks instantly by clicking links in the description or the top pinned comment. So we're going to pick the 0, and then on offense, we're just going to go random medium pass. Now, I'm going to first show you guys how this blitz works with really no setup. The only thing you're really going to want to do is bring this cornerback down, and I would say guessing pass, which is RB, R1, and up on the right stick, but bare minimum is to bring that cornerback down. The next step here is who to use her. I don't really want to use her, especially on a 5 wide receiver set like this. I don't want to use her anybody on these receivers. So I'm going to bring this guy in here, which I told you guys to put a linebacker, and just bring him into this gap here to try to force a blocker my way and get one of these cornerbacks or one of these looping rushers off. So we're just going to go ahead, we're going to stand right here for a second, work our way this way, and double team Kelsey. You can see that we got sacks from multiple people. Now, this is a 5-on-5 pressure. We're going to get multiple unblocked guys, but I want to first focus on what I'm doing. As you can see right here, when I run to the right, the guard follows me. So he double teams that edge, and at this point, the cornerback's coming in unblocked, which is probably going to be the most common defender that you get in. But you also notice that the edge rusher loops around the guard and doesn't even get touched. So we have its instant A-gap pressure, and we have a cornerback coming off the edge at the exact same time. So that was the 5-man setup. But I'm going to show you guys a 4-man setup, because that, to me, is probably the best way to run this play. We're going to bring this cornerback in every single time. That's the most important part. You don't want to bring him in too close, because you don't want him accidentally running into the tackle. So just bring him down to the line of scrimmage and then give him a little bit of distance. But he will be the most consistent pressure player on this play. After that, we're really just going to focus on the 4 rushers from the center to the left, because there's only 3 guys blocking on that side, and we're pretty much going to get a free guy every single time. So all we really have to do is put this guy here on some sort of coverage assignment, whether it's a hard flat, which to me makes the most sense because a lot of people try to beat you with zigs and drags and stuff like that, or you can put them on a vertical hook, or you could even put them on like a QB spy. If you have somebody running with the quarterback a lot, then when they take off or when they try to run away from this blitz, you can just push in the right stick. There's a lot of different options here, but the hard flat is going to be the one that I use. Other than that, the only thing you got to do now is we're going to have to user Campbell here, and I'm going to come over the center once again before rushing to the right and then dropping back into coverage the exact same way. Guessing pass obviously is important too. As you can see, we have that cornerback setting Mahomes running for his life once again. We only got 4 guys rushing here, as they're all going to be on the left side, and like I said, Cooper DeJean, he's going to be the most consistent as he has to run around that tackle, which we don't necessarily want him to do. We want him to take a straight angle, which is why you don't necessarily want to bring him too close. As you can see right here, he runs around that tackle, losing a little bit of time, but Mahomes is plasters. He really has nowhere to throw. Now, that's the setup when it comes to man, but there's also a very similar setup when it comes to zone that's actually more closely set up to the 5-man pressure without any adjustments, and it's also one of the best zone coverages in the game in cover 3 match. So let's go ahead and let's pick the blitz loop 3, and we'll continue to pick random medium pass here, as this blitz is kind of already set up the way that we were with our second setup with the man zero blitz. As all you really have to do is bring Cooper DeJean down once again, and you can see that this guy here, who we're putting on a hard flat before, is already on a seam flat because it's part of the coverage assignment. So at this point, all we really have to do is user Campbell and loop around over the center here and do the exact same thing where we kind of run to the right before dropping back into coverage. That's all we got to do. So this time here, though, we're going to try to drop back on 5 because he's probably going to be the one that's not covered, although the 3-rack hook might try to get over there. It's really hard to say, but I'm going to guess pass 2 just so we don't bite on any play fakes and go right for the quarterback. As you can see, the running back's going out on some sort of motion route anyway, and you can see that Mahomes is just going to keep throwing it underneath. So for this, I'm going to actually play underneath so that we actually can try to get Mahomes to hold that ball for a half a tick. We'll even press, you know what I mean? Not that I'm suggesting to do all this stuff in game, but I just want to give an opportunity for this rush to get in, because ultimately Mahomes is just gonna throw it like immediately if I don't. So spacing that cornerback out just a little bit more. You typically want to do this with the rush coming the opposite side of the running back, but just for the purpose of this, I'm just going to let it go. As you can see here, once again, we get that cornerback coming in free, and he gets the hit, but Mahomes gets the ball away. And you can see this time, because I changed the angle, that this guy here is not going to lose acceleration coming around the edge, as we even have a running back blocking this time, and he still doesn't pick it up, as we got 4 guys rushing against 6 blockers, and we still get a very quick instant pressure off the edge. So that's how it looks against the pass, but let's see how it looks against the runs. We'll pick that exact same play, and I'm just going to pick a random inside zone, just something to show you guys that how the run defense works, as it should be pretty obvious. As I said previously, make sure that you're always running this blitz opposite the running back, because number one, if you're going against a shotgun offense like this, a lot of times you're going to get an inside zone, and it's going to be like running into a wood chipper, because you could see here that number one, the cornerback comes off the edge and makes the play, forces him back inside. But number 2, it's going to be, even if it's like something like a trap play, or like a halfback base where you have pulling guards and stuff like that, a lot of times you're still going to have guys running through these gaps. So just make sure that you have this running, especially if you think your opponent might be running the ball, make sure you're having this blitz running opposite the running back, and he won't be able to do a very good job of running the ball against us, especially with that cornerback coming off the edge every single time unblocked. So that's the video, but if you guys want to see more about what changed in yesterday's update, I will have links to the videos that I put out popping up on screen, so just click the links, and until next time, thanks for watching, man. Wish it out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.